All right. It says we're live. So let's do this. I'll wait for a few people to come in. Hey, Barbara. It was so good to see you at Dee Dee's this morning. It's like she's back, and I know you said you're still going to be hit and miss, but I'm glad you're back. Hey, Dee Dee. Hi, Terry. So, yeah, I'm not just a bundle of energy today, but I'm going to get that rectified this week. If it kills me, I'm going to get it rectified. I feel like I'm coming apart at the seams a little bit. And I might be. But it'll be good. It'll be good. So I got a fun birthday present already, and my birthday is still a month away. Hi, Sharon. Hi, K-Berg. Hi, Leah. So those of you that participated in the zine swap, have you gotten your stuff yet? Sharon, did you get yours? I know Terry got hers. Terry got hers really quick for international. I was shocked. They must have known that I'll hurt them. Yep, She's Come Undone. That's a perfect song, Barbara. God, that's why I've missed you so much. And Linda, I must have missed Linda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tim. This chat works really weird. It just like fills a bunch of people all at once. So, yeah. Okay, you got yours. Good. Leah got hers. Okay, good. I figured most of the people in the States by now have gotten them. I'm thinking. So I hope you're all happy with them. Happy that you participated. And thanks again for participating. It was fun. So I'm just giving it a few little minutes for people to come in before I start pulling out the fun stuff. I was so busy. Yeah, was Tim happy? That's what I'm interested in. Now I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, I'm going to do some watercolor today. I haven't done that for a while. So, yeah. I hope I got everything out. I am really not hitting on all cylinders. But what the hell? It'll be good. Linda's not answering. Okay, got the zines. They're awesome. I'm more than happy with mine. They're all so good, right? I thought so too. That everybody who participated just busted butt. Did really well. So he read all 20. Ah, good. That just makes me happy. Good, good, good. And I can't remember, Linda, if I sent a separate envelope for him. I think you told me you were just going to let him open it. So, hey, CB. So I'm glad he was happy. Yep, yep, yep. So what I'm going to do today, actually, after I show my little Christmas, I told you, birthday present, is I'm going to take, when we were at Dee Dee's the other day, about a week ago or so, she had showed some stained glass and gave them away, coloring pages. And I thought it would be fun to do it in watercolor, but the crap paper isn't going to allow you to work too well on it for like wet and stuff like that. So I thought a copier won't really work because I have an inkjet and that ink runs. And so I thought, well, I'll transfer it with graphite paper. So here you go. I'll just show you this. I told Dee Dee. Dee Dee said, well, I'll send you some. And I said, okay, that'd be great. Send me some easy ones. Holy crap. That's what she sent me. I'm going to have to transfer all that? What the hell? Hi, Dorothy. This one wouldn't be so bad, and I really love this one. I love it with the black background. And then the this one I think also wouldn't be too bad. But then I went in my color books and looked, And I had apparently, during the color book craze, bought a couple of the stained glass, and I couldn't find my old ones, Dee Dee. I know I still have them, but they weren't up with where I thought they would be, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking. So I found two that I had, but I'm going to go ahead and show my birthday presents first, and then I'll flip through the stained glass books. There's some nice pages in them. And you guys probably remember, I'm sure you do, Amy Shoto used to come in. Her name on screen was Wolf Princess. And she's moved away from me, and I've missed her horribly. This weekend, unexpectedly, I got 2 boxes from Amazon, and she had sent me my birthday presents early. You don't have to transfer all the lines. Pencils can make shapes that glass can't. What the hell are you talking about, CB? So anyway, because I've just been so busy with company and stuff, I opened the boxes, but I did not get a chance to really look at this stuff. So I think this qualifies kind of as adulting, Dee, because I didn't tear everything open and touch it and look at it. I just had too much to do. So this was in one of the little boxes. It's a miniature palette. Look at this. The little plastic thing comes out. Look at this cute little thing. It's just little. And then this is a magnet clip. And this, I'm sure, to hold your book or whatever. So let me open this bad boy. And then this is, look, your little pot of water. Look at, got a little rubber thing in there. Keep it from spilling all over. How cool is that? I know, Barbara, right? Figure it out, Janet. I will, CB. I always do somehow. So it has a little clip so you can clip it on. And then in this box, she sent me a set of Daniel Smith, or M. Graham, I'm sorry, watercolors. And I didn't even open them, so I'm opening them now. This is it. And my birthday isn't even for almost a month. So she sent the landscape set, and I don't know how many of these I may already have. I don't have this size tube, that's for sure. I may not have to open these right away. I probably have. The only one I might not have is the cerulean. So these are awesome. Awesome. But now I probably have to order some more because there's more spots in the little palette than there are paints. I hate when that happens. You can fill it with some booze and oops, TMI. No, that my water will be in there. And then the other little box that she sent is, and I haven't opened this either. Where did I see? Paul Rubin watercolor paper, cold press. Look at this sweet little journal. You're going to be doing some miniature paintings here. So Paul Rubin products are always so nice. So I'm sure I'm going to love this. You guys have seen the other Paul Rubin packaging. They just excel at packaging. Look at how cute that is. Right? Good job, Wolfie. Yeah, she's probably not here. I think she's working, but she might watch the replay. And they have a little perforation, so you can tear them out. I probably won't. I probably will try and keep this intact. I like things in little books. Oh, this is such a nice little book. So, Amy, I miss you horribly. And thank you for my early birthday present. So now I guess since we're past the 14th, my month before birthday starts, and I'll go for a month after. So, but this is so generous and kind, Amy, really. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Now, one thing I don't know is what are these little clear things for? I don't know. And there weren't instructions. I'll probably screw something up. Good size to practice. Well, I'm not going to do in this book, CB, because this is watercolor paper. It's really nice, heavy, thick. But you're right. I should probably make another journal about this size to practice collage. But you know what? I just figure Dee Dee's so good at it. Would you ever not feel like a complete failure? Hi, Kathleen. Hi, anybody I might have missed coming in. I know a bunch of you probably walked in the room and sat down. So thanks for coming. So yeah, I'll be filling this up pretty quick. And this will be perfect for art on the couch, which I have not done in forever. But my life is getting back to normal starting today. So thank you again, Amy. Now I got to find a place to put it. I'm not sure if I'll get it out and play tonight. Because do you guys hate days? I'm going to start whining here for a minute. Oh, didn't hear that it was bought. Yeah. I am scared, Dee Dee. But do y'all ever get up in the morning? I hate days like this. And you're already anticipating bed. That's how I got up this morning. How many hours before I can go to bed? That is a horrible way to spend a day. All right. But Dee Dee, thank you for the stained glass. And I'm going to try a simple one today. And if it's just not too big a pain in the butt, I'll try one of the more complicated. How about that? It's out of my wheelhouse. Don't let that stop anyone else. No. I can see, okay, here, I'm going to be honest about the whole collage thing. The amount of stuff to me is overwhelming. And that's the thing that will stop me every time is it's just overwhelming. The amount of stuff I'd have to organize it. I'd have to be able to find that one thing in all that stuff. Oh, do you know how anxiety provoking that would be? So I'm just going to flip through this. Originally, and I marked a few pages in the other book that were a little bit smaller, but this one I think would be doable. That's not too much lineage, right? Here, I'll get out a little Post-it note here and we'll decide. But one of the things I noticed in these books is I can't tell what the pictures are always. Like this is, it's a bird and then flowers, I guess. And some leaves. Yeah, that one I think could be doable. There's just some dragonflies, which that to me is not stained glass. I mean, but I guess you could make it, you know, connect the lines. I like the ones where they're all connected, you know, where like you were actually putting the glass in. Stained glass is at one time something I really thought I wanted to learn. Dee Dee, quit shaking your head. Your brains are going to get rattled. I don't like that one. I can't tell what it is. It's overwhelming and frightening. That one's overwhelming and frightening. Now this one's kind of fun because there's a porpoise and there's a boat. I mean, little fish there. Like I can pick stuff out, but it's quite scary. This is 2 butterflies. This is doable. That one's just a geometric design, which would also be fun. And also it's just fun to play with the watercolors. This to me is not stained glass because things don't connect. Am I wrong there? It's a turkey trying to disguise itself in the tree. Thanksgiving is coming. Barbara, you're just trying to yank my chain, aren't you? Hi, Joan. Yeah, let's don't do complicated. Sheesh. You're reading my mind there, Dee. Now this one is very doable. It's grapes and leaves and a vine. This one's very doable. That one's too, no. I think that's flowers, but the background on that one could be really fun. I have no clue what any of that is. It's a shape. No, don't want to do that. That's not stained glass. They're fun dragonflies, though. Frogs. Ugh. Now I would like this one. Water, birds, flowers, owls. But yeah, some of these, in my opinion, are just not stained glass. That one's doable, but I don't really know what that is. Guess it's just a design. Am I too picky? These are pretty. And I'm going to use graphite to copy it onto the watercolor paper. I think this one goes this way. I don't know. Well, what do I know? Now, one of these I thought would be really fun to do, kind of like the poster on the wall. You know, start with your yellows and move out to your orange, you know, just a kind of a rainbow effect. I think that would be fun. Hi, Kathy Arbor. Your paintings have been kick butt. You are killing it on those paintings. So is Lena. Your paintings a day, they are awesome. So a lot of these I think will be doable. But now on these, I would, well, I guess the negative space you would consider. Speaking of doing stained glass, Kathy Arbor actually did it, but I always thought that would be something I totally enjoyed doing. But again, think of the mess and the stuff you would have. Oh my gosh. And then they do give you examples. So I guess I could look at the examples. Like this one, that grape one actually is pretty fun. I might have to come back to that one because right now that's my favorite so far. Okay, that's book number 1. Butternut squash. You guys already had your Thanksgiving, Barbara. And these are a little bit smaller, which for me is a little bit less intimidating. And I wish I could find my old Dover ones. They might be downstairs in a box. But these are a lot more doable. Like that one would be doable. And I marked a few that I think are doable. This one would be really easy. Let's see which ones I picked. That one's insane. Are you kidding? Would anybody even really color that? They don't give examples in this book. This one I can figure out. It's like a coffee pot and a bottle. That one might be fun if you wanted to practice glass or shadows, stuff like that. There's some nice drawings in here. I have to say that. Okay, this is the one I picked just because it would be so easy, but I'm not really going to do that one. There are better ones, I think. Okay, this one is really simple, and I think it could be really cute and pretty, right? What do you guys think? So that is definitely in the running. I'd have to look up the colorage of the birds, though. Here's a rocket ship. Oh, and you know what? I think I got something that I didn't show you guys. because I've been so goofed up. I'm not going to be good. Oh, this one would be easy too. But I don't know what it is. I think it's flowers, made up flowers. Okay, I've used color books for I don't know how many years, you guys. You can tell I've not done one single page in any of them. And that's not stained glass. Like, what editor looked at that and said, oh, that'd be great in a stained glass book? That's not stained glass. Sorry, it's good shapes, but it's not stained glass. Here's horses. Shaz would like that one. The bird one is good. But I have to know what it is to even attempt it, right? That's not stained glass. That's a whole bunch. You like the one with the birds? Yeah, I'm thinking that may be either the birds or the grapes right now are in the running for sure. I like this one just because to me, it's very clean. It's all well balanced. It's very typical of stained glass. So I probably won't do that one today, but I probably will at some point do it now that I've got this harebrained idea. We'll see how well it works today. Okay, and then this is just an iris, which I thought would be really pretty too. So those are the ones that I kind of had picked out. But since Terry spoke up and said she likes the birds, maybe I'll do the birds. I think it's very doable. This one, they're kind of cute. All right. And I don't mind cutting pages out of color books, especially color books that I have no intentions of probably ever using. But if the kids come and they want them, yeah. You recognize some of the patterns? You do, Kathy? That's crazy. I'm going to move my camera here in just a minute, you guys. Let me get this torn out. Okay. I'll adjust the camera when I start working. You should be able to see the whole thing. And I got out a full sheet. Okay. I think I'm going to cut it in half. And not work quite so huge, right? Right. We're having technical issues, Barbara. Fix it. You guys just hit that thumbs up and it'll fix the glitch. All right. I probably won't have to use a ruler the rest of this stream, so lucky you guys. I'm going to use it. And I am using that bee paper that I got down at the Walmarts. So, yeah. I'm 2 days behind on Inktober. I have them drawn, but I don't have them inked yet. So I'll do that first thing tomorrow. And for the next couple days, I'll try and remember to post a couple times a day, get all caught up. I knew this was going to happen. I'm not even the least bit surprised. Not even surprised. I can't find the rest of my graphite paper either, so I'm going to have to order some of that. And I shocked Dee Dee today when I told her that I had gotten a new phone. I hadn't had a new phone in, I can't even tell you how many years, you guys. And my phone was really pissing Dee Dee off. Didn't piss me off, but boy, did it piss Dee Dee off. So I was happy to tell her about my new purchase. But learning a new phone is a pain in the butt. Hey, Martha. Hi, everyone that I bet is nicer than Janet. Just come in and slam me first thing. That's what I expect. I'm going to be copying this stained glass onto watercolor paper and watercoloring if I quit dinking around. Yeah, this one feels so much more manageable. But if I decide I like it, I will do those more complicated ones when I have more time. All right, no more rulers. So I hope you got your fill right now. For those of you who don't know, Martha is my sister. I can be as mean as I want to her. Hi, Kitty Cat Jen. But I'll try to refrain, Martha. I'll try. Okay, now I'm going to tape this all down. Try and get it somewhat centered. That's why I cut all the edges and everything off, so I could get it somewhat centered. And I'll use some crapola washi tape that hopefully has enough stick to hold it down, but won't tear it all apart. Because I really don't want it moving at this point, right? Oops. Oh, I lied. I may use a ruler to draw those straight lines. Are you going to Dick Blick, Barbara? Lucky girl. If I could go to a real art store again, that would be heaven, you know? We don't have such a thing in Oklahoma. Closest thing would be a Hobby Lobby. Hey, bossy butt. I'm doing what you told me to do. Are you proud of me? I want to hear a lot of praise going on in chat. You told me to use graphite and copy the stained glass on the watercolor. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Devin, when you speak, I listen. Hi, Christine. All right. That's the one Terry Brett picked. So this is what we're doing. All right. What do you think would be best? Do you think using a pencil on top of it? I'm kind of thinking I should use like a red colored pencil or something so I can see where I've already drawn. Would that be a good approach? Or if you think you have a better approach in chat, tell me. Oh, Dee Dee also sent me a pumpkin napkin. And guess what I'm going to draw on the back of it? Hi, Barb Owen. Will you give me his phone number, Devin? I'm thinking a colored pencil, a hard lead colored pencil would be the best idea. So let me grab one that I should be able to see well. Definitely not the white, definitely not the black. Red should work. We were at a wedding reception yesterday for Robert's grandson, and they had cards on the table that each person there could fill out that was giving advice to the bride and groom. And it was just a little card, you know, like, I don't know, 2.5 by 4 or something. I looked at it and I thought, you can't write all the advice I've got on that little card. So I told Haven, I'm taking the card with me, but you'll probably get a book back. I'll write you a book about advice on marriage. All right. You know what? I'm not going to do the straight lines on the edge because I just realized I didn't measure to make sure I got it on the paper straight. So I'll just draw the up to the edge and then I'll straighten it after I can do some measurements. All right, let's see how this works. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. And this is the paper that I'm using to transfer is called graphite. And it's not like that old crap we used to use in typing class that turned purple. When I'm done with this, it will look like a graphite drawing. But I can't find mine. Well, I found a couple sheets of it, but I know I have a whole bunch of it. I just don't know where it is. And I'll probably thicken these lines. When I do the black. Oops. So other than, well, I haven't been arting in days, you guys, which is just not like me. I have been cooking, however. So you can feel bad for me if you want. I am going to look up the color of these birds and we'll try and do them somewhat accurate. Oops. Pressing a little hard, you can tell. Hang on, I'll read chat in a second. Look at Dee Dee, it's an old barrel, Verathin. I miss the barrel days. They made such good products. Devin, have you gotten your zines yet? Terry's already gotten hers in the UK. Canada is usually pretty good on mail. All right, you know one thing, before I draw this whole thing and then find out this ain't working so good, probably ought to take a little peek and see how it's working. Oh, it's working good. Can you see that? Okay. Devin, your plan is working. What the hell, cooking? Yeah, people here, Martha, people who come to visit you like to eat. You don't know anything about it, but Beth is really good at it. Not yet, but you'll check today. Cool. I'm excited for everybody to get them. Yeah, chances are really good because I've cooked so much lately that I'm going to have to go get some frozen dinners. Oh, which reminds me, Dee Dee, I did buy those rice bowls that you suggested. So, and I'm looking forward to it because it says right on the package, healthy choice. Old school for real, Dee Dee. Miss the old school products. This is almost like the, what is it, Art for Joy's Sake that I've showed you guys by Christy Rice, where she sells art on watercolor paper. More people need to do that, just saying. And if I want those big spaces in the background, I actually want to try a certain technique in them, but I could also break those up if I want. I'm just not sure I'd want to make it any busier than this. All right, and you guys, it's October, middle October now. We don't have long for the scavenger hunt list. So if you guys think of something, now Kitty Cat Jen has sent me a bunch of stuff. But if you guys think of something you want on the scavenger hunt list, hit me up on IG or email. Hey, Jilly. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you around in a while. But yeah, hit me up somewhere. Dee Dee's stream. Don't do it in this chat because I don't pay as much attention to my own chat as I do Dee Dee's. Yeah, and start giving me your ideas. And what made me think of that is I had a bunch of produce that I had bought. And of course, it all had stickers on it. And I was wondering if I should start saving those for scavenger hunt. So be thinking about it as you go through your daily life here. Because I've about used up all my ideas. There will be a bunch of repeats from years past, I'm sure. And it makes me really happy that Denise is really looking forward to it. Oops, that line didn't come out straight. Whatever. See what I meant when I said simple, Dee Dee? Something I could do in an hour or less. Dee Dee's pumpkin came out awesome this morning. Those collage books she has are so enticing. I want to buy them. But then I think about, to use the images, you have to fussy cut. And then I go, that ain't going to happen. So I just have to live vicariously. Oh, maybe I did show you guys. Did I show you guys I was going to show you something else I got that I thought I hadn't shown. Did I show you guys the reverse coloring book of mushrooms? If you want to see it, I'll get it. It's just sitting over here because I haven't had a chance to do anything in it. So I've left it out. All right, getting close here. God, I hope this turns out okay, that I can work with it. Is that the last line? I didn't show it. Hey, Uncle Dan. How's your world? Here, I'll show it real quick. Mindful doodling, mushrooms, reverse collage. Wait till you see. This one's really, really colorful. I might have to pull out a little bit for a second. Rabbit trail. So sometime I'll be trying to do something in on one of these pages soon. Aren't they colorful though? They're so pretty. Why does my camera look like you're looking at it sideways? Nothing wrong with a good shroom. That one's really pretty. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, Christopher. Are you here for the fun? I wish I had more energy today. This one with the dark blue, I love that. I wish they had more of the dark so I could doodle on top with the white pens, right? My world's always better than your life. I'll have to go back and read chat what Kathy Arbor said about copying. I could make a copy and then spray it with a fixative, but watercolor doesn't work that well on top. So that's why I thought transferring it was a better option. That one's really pretty. So a lot of them I can use white on. The lighter ones, I'll have to go back to the black, which is fine. Oh, and I should show you the Zentangles I've done the last week too. That one's pretty. All right, Terry. You do need to add it to your list. This one's very cool. This one, I don't know how you could actually add stuff to make it better. I might try, but I'm not sure how you could. But there's a lot of them that are just kind of iffy. So that's the one that I've worked on. I tried to leave the color intact and just do the background. So, yeah. So there you go. That's my new cool thing. And then I'll show you while I'm taking a break here before I start painting. I'll show you the Zentangles. I don't remember where I showed them up to probably last Monday. So there's some very cool ones. And then just these. This one I really like. I actually saw something really similar to this on IG. So, and then today is blank because it's just today. You're already having fun? What, is Dee Dee picking on you? Zentangle on those mushrooms. Yeah, I probably will, Dee Dee. Yeah. So at least I'm kind of caught up on the Zentangle part of it. And I do have the drawings done for the 2 days that I needed to catch up on Inktober. I just haven't inked them, so I'll do them in the morning. All right, before I untape this whole thing, I'll untape one side and make sure I didn't overlook any lines. And then take this off. But yeah, if you ever want to do a transfer like this, make sure and go and order the graphite paper. It's pretty inexpensive. And right now, anything that I didn't like on this, I could go ahead and erase. So that's the good thing. I should post the Zentangles. I maybe will after Inktober. I just figure you guys have so much to look at on IG that I just hate flooding it with multiple things in a day. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I probably will post 2 each day until I get caught up now, because I'm just on day 14. All right, there we go. Got the drawing on watercolor paper. Whoop, whoop. Pull you knuckleheads in. Now let's look up. Are these cockatiels? I'll ask the experts in the chat. I think they are. cockatiels. No, these aren't cockatiels. What are they? Would somebody tell me what these are? They're not cockatiels. What's another exotic bird? I can do them any color I want, but they're birds. Christopher, what would I do without you? Parrots? Amazon parrots or something? I'll just put in colorful parrots and we'll go with that. I wonder what the people at NSA that follow the stuff that I Google, what they actually think. Look at those two little lovebirds. They're all pastel. Oh, don't do that. No, I broke it. All right. I think you're right. Oh, look at, do they dye the birds that color? They don't come in real life like that, do they? What did Dan say? I don't know your birds. I don't know your birds either. Cockatoo. They look more like lovebirds. All right. Well, these, I was thinking more red, yellow, more like these. Oh, these two are pretty. All loving on each other. Why is it taking me to Amazon? I don't want to buy the damn birds. I just want to look at the photo. And then it breaks. What the heck? Amazon has taken over my tablet. Because I was honestly thinking more red. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Look at that one. Teal, yellow, green. Ooh. Man, it's going to be hard to make a decision, you guys. These two lovebirds are really cute. Let's look. Aw, they look like Christmas birds, don't they? Yellow baby sapsuckers. You go, Dan. All right. If you've come in and I've missed you, I apologize. All right, let's do, well, the leaves and stuff are going to be green, and these don't have the colorful feathers going up. I don't think I got the right kind of bird. The head feathers say cockatoo. Okay, we'll look up cockatoos. Well, these aren't real colorful and pretty. They're white and yellow. Somehow I had it in my head that they were going to be real colorful. We're going to make it up then. We're not going to go by the photos. I'm using parrot colors on cockatoos. How about that? That's what I'm doing. All right. And I just got out my old regular Daniel Smith and M. Graham. I still have not cleaned up my cheat sheet, you guys. Ugh. All right, so we're going to pick out some colors here. I kind of think I'm going to do, because there's leaves and stuff. I'm thinking I might do him like a navy blue purple, and that one red. Red, yellow, orange. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Of course, these are the only leaves. All right, and then I can do the background sky blue. So we'll just go ahead and I'm not going to do the black lines until the very end, and then I'll use waterproof black ink. Not sure which ink yet, but I'll figure it out. Didn't get a paintbrush out, which is stupid. Okay, now this is new to my new phone. I must have to get this off, but The news break that I just received that sent me a notification, I hate notifications, says the ambulance trust says sorry after patient declared dead wakes up. Yeah. That's going to increase the trust. I'm sure of that. All right. So let's look at the cheat sheet. We're going to do a nice navy blue or phthalo blue maybe. The ones at the bottom from here down are M. Graham, from there up are Daniel Smith. And I want the color kind of variegated, so I'm going to do anthraquinone or whatever, real dark blue. Beautiful color. Okay. And we'll use, for the greens, we'll use the permanent green pale. And then for the sky behind the birds, I think I'm going to use, okay, she sent me the M. Graham Cerulean. I don't have that, but I do have it in Daniel Smith. So I'm going to use the Cerulean blue for the sky. Oh, good. I did get a new color. Woot, woot. Christopher taking off to go do his show. Yeah, he's on in about 5 minutes. For those of you who don't know, Christopher draws a comic page every day. And it's mesmerizing, really, to watch him. And I'll use one of the other blues probably to mix with that one. We want a really nice red, so let's go with Naphthol. Patty Tully Parrish has shown some watercolors on her channel that I can't get out of my head, and I have it written down. I can't tell you what it is off the top of my head. And I'm not even a shimmery person, but they are like the most shimmeriest paints you've ever seen. And they granulate so beautifully. And I just, ever since she showed them, I'm just like, ah, I've got to resist. I've got to resist. I don't need any more. Okay, let's use Hansa Yellow that I didn't get the orange all out of my brush, but that's okay. I need a brown. I think I'll use permanent brown for the, oops, for the limb. What else do I got to worry about? I got bird colors. I think for the bluebird, I'm going to add some purple on there too. So he'll be purplish, bluish, whatever. All right, I need to check with chat here in a sec. Add some yellow ochre because it always comes in handy no matter what. Let's do dioxazine purple. That's a really dark, dark purple, but you can lighten it with more water. All right, I think I've got a good color palette here. put that aside in case we need it later. But those are the colors that I've kind of chosen. All right, you guys, that's them, CB. The Lisa Linka. Oh my God, they are beautiful paints. CB, did you order them? Okay, Jilly's saying you need those paints. Oh, you guys, you're so bad. Did you order them, CB? Oh, I want them so bad. They're a little pricey. Yeah. Going back in chat, just seeing. All right, I think I caught up on, went back in chat. Yes, but only 2 sets. Yeah, I put some in my cart, but I all right, now I am gonna have to. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give myself the border edge, but I think what I'm gonna do is just edge it in black. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start really simple with the branch because I haven't painted in so long. I'm gonna be intimidated. Getting it wet first. I'll do the background very last. Did I forget a line? Hang on, I want to look at my original art if I can. I don't know what I've done with it. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and put the branch in there. Anyway, I have only used this bee paper that I got at Walmart a couple times, but I'm almost certain that it's the exact same stuff that I was ordering off Amazon. So the paper should work out pretty good. Different watercolor papers can behave so differently. So this is a pretty inexpensive priced watercolor paper, but it has all the really good qualities that you want. So that's why I don't mind promoting the bee paper. And nobody's paying me to promote anything. I would never do that, except product or something. To promote anybody's product, unless it was golden. Now golden, I would not have a problem doing the golden. And the reason I thought this would be fun with watercolors is the glass that you can buy for stained glass is so pretty. And it's kind of variegated, so I thought, well, it would be fun. And I don't have to be real careful around those lines because I'm going to go back over it with black later, right? So you can really do, and I got his little tail feather wet, but I'm not going to do. I thought it was a branch when I did that. I had a little, oh, I used it for my pencil shavings. I say I had a towel here to dip off on. There we go. That's better. I'll let these dry and maybe come back in with some shading. I'll just see how it looks. Nice. Hi, Alyssa. Anybody else who might have come in? Thanks for coming. Isn't that the truth, Jilly? Golden should be paying all of us. I agree. I agree. All right, so I'm going to paint upside down for a minute. I'm going to try not to run the blow dryer because I don't want mine to explode on camera like Dee Dee's did this morning. Didn't really explode, but I have to say I was kind of happy. Oh, here's some more branches. I need to look at this, make sure. Okay, that's his wing. That's her wing. I'm thinking this is branches. This is branches. Okay, I need to go ahead and do that one. Let's do it. And none of you should have been surprised when Dee Dee yanked out another blow dryer or heat gun. Blow dryer. Heat gun. I have two. I think my second one is downstairs in storage, but I have a backup. Can you imagine not having a backup heat gun? Oh, that would be horrible. And I know you guys think that I was just so happy that she was going to use a clean one. If y'all think it's going to be clean, well, she already wrote on it, but if y'all think it's going to be clean by next week, you're really on drugs. That thing will be trashed out in a New York minute. Hi, Flo. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Look at her coming in here all bossy. Devin, you should maybe pay attention to Flo over there. She just walks right in the room and gets bossy immediately. It's what I like. All right, let's do. Oh, I should have gotten, I didn't get a second green out. Let me get a second green out. Because most of these colors I will be mixing with a darker shade. So let me get a nice green. Which is a nice green? I used the permanent green, pale. I probably am going to use hookers. Yep, we'll do hookers. Hey, I have to tell you guys, I was telling somebody at the reception last night that when we left the reception, Robert and I were going to stop and eat at the Waffle House, which I like. It's easy to get in, easy to get out. There's always a table. The waitresses are always friendly. There's just no downside to the Waffle House, and usually their food is pretty darn good, and you can get breakfast day or night. Anyway, I said something about going to the Waffle House. I mean, I wasn't bragging or anything, but just saying, because we hadn't eaten, we were starving, that we were going to stop at the Waffle House. And Patty, who I was talking to, said that she had heard, now tell me if you guys have ever heard this, that Waffle House was started, I believe she said, in Louisiana, and the woman who started it was a madam. And the girls that worked in the restaurant were the hookers. That's what made me think of it, was hookers that worked for her in the restaurant. Has anybody else ever heard that? I have never heard that. And I've been in the South a pretty long time. But that's kind of a cool story. How to hide your misdeeds. Just get a bunch of hookers and call it Waffle House. Martha Odette says no. Did I buy in to something that's just not true? Because I swear to God, we have now keep in mind, Monkey Island is primarily a resort area, okay? There are a few of us goofballs that live here full time, but it's primarily a resort area with golf courses and that sort of junk. But since the day I moved here, we have had a strip club here on the island. Now, I know I don't go out much at night, but I never see cars at the strip club. So I have always maintained there's two places here locally that I swear to God are money laundering operations. Oh God. NSA, I don't know that. I make this stuff up as I go along. Anyway, yeah, I swear to God, there's nobody. And who would drive to Monkey Island for a strip club? I mean, we are not off the main highway over here. But yeah, what a great idea to make your bordello look like a Waffle House. Brilliant woman. And Dee Dee's saying what? Monkey Island is the new Ozarks, right, Devin? Right? What did Devin say? 1955. It was founded in Georgia. Okay, but what I want to know, Dee Dee, was it really a house of ill repute that they just dressed up like a Waffle House? So Waffle House started in Georgia. Well, who would have thought? I thought she said Louisiana. Maybe she said Georgia, and my lame brain just made it into something it wasn't. Would you like me to butter up your waffle? You don't know. Meeting my walking partner in about or a butt in 15 minutes. Okay, bye, Barbara. Go walk your butt off. Just go with it. Okay, I like the way you think, Jilly. I'm going with it. We don't have one nearby. If we had one nearby, I would be so supporting the Waffle House. I promise you. We just don't have. The closest one is 50 miles away. Okay, I like those leaves. That's kind of the idea I had in mind for the variegated glass. Works especially well on stained glass in my pea-sized brain. All right, so I have another branch over here. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the wet paint, which I won't succeed at for the whole stream, but we're doing our best. I need to remember to Google that. And see if they were just pulling my leg. Yeah, we're not going for truth. No, 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 no. I think the more outrageous something is, the better. So that's how we roll around here. Okay. This one, it all smushed together, but that's okay. It's all right. And this one, it's still a little damp. I might get some hard water lines, but I'm going to go ahead and go back in here. Nope, it's not absorbent enough now, so I have to totally re-wet it. Okay, so this bird, I'm going to do blue, dark blues, and purples. I'm going to wet the, oh, I just put, see? I just put my hand right in the paint. I should have gotten out 2 waters. I know better. When you wet your paper like this, you do have to kind of work fast. If it dries, I'll wet it again. I don't care. But I think the way I'm going to do the bird is I'm just going to drop color in willy-nilly. I definitely want his head the darker of the blues. Can you guys see okay? You want me to pull you in a little bit? And I won't be able to see the lines, so I'll just let the different blues smush together here. And then his tail feathers, I'll probably try and introduce the purple. But if it works up and down, I don't care if it goes through those lines. because it'll just appear on the piece of glass next to it, right? Oh, another fun thing, and it just made me think of it because right in there, for whatever reason, I probably didn't get the paper wet and the paint isn't going there. I think I'll take a little piece of my paper towel hair and use it like a blotter. Well, I guess I could get out a sea sponge too. And give him a little bit of texture in his little chest there. And then I'll introduce some of this navy down in here again. Oh, that was a goof up on the branch, so I can fix it right now. Got a little carried away there. I didn't want that much purple. And right now, it's just going to look like a big old blob, right? And you can see the water lines that I'm going to end up with, which I'm fine with. Yeah, sea sponge would be cool. I'll probably get out the sea sponge and do it on her. But I'm going to let those water lines dry like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm going to make his top of his head a little bit darker blue. And now because the paper is pretty dried, I can control where the color goes. Okay, we're going to let him dry. I'm not sure how that little bit of white got in there, but I'm going to leave it because this is all going to be broken up into feathers. So I think it's going to look really cool. We hope. Well, I was going to say I'm going to hit it with a heat gun, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to get out one more color of purple. Are their head colors, their head feathers, usually the same color as their body feathers? I closed the picture. Let me just see. What did you say they were, CB? Cockatoos? Oh, you know what might be fun? We could give him totally different colored. He could have yellow head feathers. So I'm going to let him dry completely. I'm going to give him yellow head feathers. I really don't want to hit it with a heat gun. Just moving the puddles a little bit. On a regular painting, I might not want to do that, but since this is, I want it to be kind of variegated, and I don't mind doing that. Is Devin leaving? Bye, Bossy Butt. Have a great day. What color are their eyeballs? I think their eyeballs are white. And I'm going to do their beaks and feet. Let's see what these birds have. I'm just looking. Come on. My fat fingers. I can't see their feet. The white ones have gray feet. What? We're going to do yellow. Yeah, it looks like most of them honestly have gray feet. Who would have thought? And I don't want to paint up next to him until he's a little bit drier. So I guess we could do his head feathers up here. Yeah, I'm going to do his head feathers yellow and then his beak and feet orange. Orange red. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watercolored on stream. Well, hell, it's been a long time since I've watercolored, period, honestly. I used to occasionally watercolor in the Beast. Well, I did it commonly. I haven't even been doing that lately. I'm really glad life is going to get back to normal this week, you guys. Get my house cleaned back up. Eat garbage for dinner. That's what I'm talking about. Twinkies for dinner. The yellow is a little bit dirty because I got some of the brown in it, but that's okay. I don't mind. Not introducing very much orange. I keep forgetting that I don't have to be so precise with these lines because I'm going to be drawing over them. I don't know how much red I want to add. Of course, with the yellow, it's just going to darken the orange. I might let that dry a little bit. When it dries a little bit, I'll add some darker red there out at the ends. I'd like that orange to variegate a little bit more. I'm putting the orange right next to the blue. They're across from each other on the color wheel, so it will make those colors really pop. Exactly, CB. I just make it up as I go along. Ain't nobody can say nothing about it. I think I will get out, though. I think I'll go directly from the... That should be dry enough, I think. I'm going to go directly from the pan and use, what's the name of it? It's a yellow-orange, Indian yellow. And I think I'll do his beak and her beak that color as well. Because I'm not a bird expert, but I'm pretty sure that's how you can tell they're the same species, that they have a common colored beak. That probably is not true at all. But since I'm making it up, I'm just make up everything. I normally don't go directly from the pan to the paper, but I think their little feet and their beaks, I'm not going to variegate. I'll just let them be. Now I'm going to have to stay away from her nose for a little while. Her nose. Her honker. Now I'll have to remember to go back in there and put some brown in there. I missed that. So, hey, Raul. Hey, Barbara Clark. Sorry I missed anybody coming in. Miriam, I'm happy that you're safe. Didn't do the, what? The feathers start on the pick or eye. What? All right, you're going to have to speak more clearly for my worthless head. Are you going to paint their butts? Of course I'm going to paint their butts, and if they don't have one, I'm going to draw one on. Okay, this part of this feather right here is the bluebird hugging the what's going to be the red bird. So I'll paint it next, so I don't just goof up everything. And it can be as messy as I want right now because, yeah, I'm going to go back in. With the black later. I might have to take a break. In fact, I'm going to take a break here in a minute and get some clean water. I hate when my water starts getting dirty. In that respect, I wish I was more like Dee Dee. I wish it didn't even bother me. Wish I didn't care. But that ain't me. The feathers on the head are starting on the pick and the eye. Yeah, these are his head feathers here. But that'll all be outlined in the stained glass leading. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let me go grab some water real quick. It'll just take a second. But I got too much going on in this water. Not organisms yet, but probably close. Okay, now I feel better about it. What did I do with that little wad of, oh, there it is. I'll go ahead and pick up some of the blue. So his feathers have some texture. I almost wish I'd done that down in here, but oh well. All right, so I'm just looking. I'm thinking this space in here belongs to her head feathers. That's her tail feathers. And then everything else is just pretty much the background, which I'm going to do in the cerulean blue, and then use some of the, what color did I choose? The phthalo blue, which is this color, in with it. Probably watered down a little bit. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, bye, Barbara. We'll see you later. Oh, I'd love a cup of coffee, a fresh cup of coffee. Yum. Should one of the little bits between the birds be blue too as part of the wing? Oh, you're right, Terry. Gosh, thank you. You just saved my miserable life. Yeah, this one here should definitely be blue for part. I'll do it the darker blue. Yep, because otherwise his wing was just going to be hanging there, right? Saved my life. But I totally agree. I am going to do it dark though, so. But I can always come back in and darken later because it would definitely be in shadow. Thanks for watching out for me, dude. Yep, that makes so much more sense, Terry. I'll add the dark blue here too because that would also be in shadow. And it might run a little bit. It's still slightly damp. All right, I'm going to hit this real quick with a heat gun so all the moisture is dry so that I can go in and do that other bird and not worry about the paint spreading. Heat gun. All right, so her, I'm going to do very much like his head feathers, her body parts. And I might do her head feathers green. They might look good green. Is Terry taking off? Okay. See you, Terry. All right. I'm going to get out some clean yellow though, because that the yellow is not bright because I got it dirty. So I'm going to clean this out real quick. See how I got brown on the edge? I got that in the paint, so. We're going to clean up the yellow. When you screw up, fix it. Still go with the Hansa yellow though, but it'll be a lot brighter this time. I think I'm going to do her, because lovebirds. Yeah, you can definitely see the other bird now. All right, let's get some. I didn't rinse my brush real well because I was going to just put water down and then go in with yellow anyway. So I'm going to get the bird completely wet like I did the other one. Try and stay somewhat away from that beak so I don't start moving that paint. You know what else might be a really nice and fun technique with this is maybe I'll write that down so I think of it the next time. But anyway, what would be might be very cool is to take like a wax stick. I don't know if you guys have ever done that and use it as a resist, like on the edge of the feathers and stuff. So the edge of the feathers would retain the white of the paper because it would resist the paint. She looks even pretty, really light yellow, but we're going for badass yellow. Oops. Had dried. I was taking too long. I want this really watery, so the paint will really move. So I'll just go over the whole bird another time. And if you don't watercolor, if you want to leave white spots, just leave those areas dry and the paint won't move there. The paint will only flow in the wet. I'm going to introduce a little bit of the beak color, but I think I'm going to leave her head that bright, bright yellow, like I did his kind of the blue, because there aren't any dark lines in there for where the lead would be. So I think I'm going to leave her head that bright, bright yellow. This, I don't think, is very wet, so let's see how this behaves. And I might leave her belly that real soft, soft yellow too. I'm trying to envision what the glass looks like. Get a new. It's hard to see in camera, but this is a real, real pale, pale yellow in there, and I think I'm going to leave it that. I'm not sure if I really want to do this, but That I'll add more red when it's dry. Later, Martha. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you later sometime. You can almost use a clean brush like an eraser. Now I'm thinking, am I on drugs? No, I'm going to go ahead and add some color in there. I was thinking that was sky, but I don't think it is. We're going to paint that. Okay, I like that pretty good. Maybe too dry now, but we'll see. It's going to look a lot different when the black lines get in here too. At least I think. Okay. Oh, I'm liking them pretty good. The eyes there, I'll put in when I draw all the black leading. This is dry now, so I can go back in and paint on top. And because it's transparent, obviously, whatever I do on top is, or what's ever below it is going to show through. So I hope I'm not really screwing this up. But I want that yellow, that dull yellow was bugging me. So I'm going to go in and give it some other colors to play with. Oops. Didn't necessarily want it to flow backwards, but my bad because I got it all wet. And I'm loading up with almost no paint. And it'll dry always lighter than than it looks. So I know the tail feathers down here, Dee Dee, thank you. We'll leave them bright like her head. All right, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun and dry it out so I can do her head feathers. I'm glad I did a much less complicated one because I'm slow as hell, but I'm liking it. It's looking very cute. Oh, I think I can do her head feathers because nothing's wet around it. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Now, do you guys think this space in here is part of her head feathers, or should that be sky? Y'all tell me what you think. Because I can't tell. You think it's sky? Dee Dee saying feathers, CB saying sky. See, I can't tell. I think it's sky because her head feathers probably wouldn't fall over like that, is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all are no help at all. Okay, then I need to dry this, and I will add some of the darker green or maybe blue to her head feathers. I think I will. I want that really green though. I can always come back in and put a second coat to, like I did up here on the feathers, to make it make a difference. And I don't want it to smush all together. So maybe I really do like that purple. I wasn't planning on going back in here and doing anything else with colored pencils or anything else. So whatever happens now just happens. I'm not going to do that right now. Roll with the sky. Okay. Thanks, Dee Dee. I'm going with the sky. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun after I add some blue to those feathers. Looks like she got a special hairdo for the date. Heat gun, and then I'm going to do the whole background. I'm going to get a bigger brush. I need to reorganize my brushes. I can't find squat. There it is. I'm watering down that cerulean blue. Okay. The only time I've got to be careful now is when I get up close to something, but because of the black lines, I don't really have to go right up next to it. Maybe I'll get a sea sponge out to texture the sky. Maybe that would be very cool. Yep, see, I touched that red. It's stained glass though, so it doesn't matter. One cool thing about getting a new phone is your gallery gets all messed up. So I was going in there looking at all the photos. I have some really good photos of different artwork and stuff that I completely forget about. But I have to say, my gallery was absolutely trashed out. I did finally, CB, make an album of all our Australia pictures of us feeding kangaroos and going to see the wombats and Carrie Ann and Bill. And it was fun to look at all the old photos. And what made me think, whatever I did there made me think of the owl painting that I did a long, long, long time ago. And how I had created texture on it up in the bark of the tree and stuff. But yeah, who knows when I would have ever looked at that photo again if I hadn't had to get a new phone. And the reason I had to get a new phone was the phone was working fine. Well, it was working fine, except that it wasn't working fine. It was kept knocking me off of Wi-Fi. And the sky, I'm not going to do real dark, I don't think. But I'll get a base color of this cerulean down. Quickly while it's still wet. But that was the problem. My phone just quit talking to the Wi-Fi. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but it's a big pain in the butt. But the cool thing is you get to look at all your cool photos. We had a ton of fun in Australia. I forgot the artwork from that we'd seen, all the street art in Australia. All right, I'm going to have to go ahead and wet this again because it's drying out. What smack is Dee Dee talking about? You know she's talking smack. I know she is. I guess I could add some green in this background too, so it looks like a mixture of sky and leaves, huh? I'll check out the smack you're talking here in a minute, Dee Dee. I'm going to have to get some more paint out. Is that the rest of his head? I think it is. I think I've got two places I got to go in and fix. I wasn't using a flip phone. You know what, though? If I could get a flip phone, I would so get one of those. They were so flippin' easy. Flip phone. I would get one for Robert so I didn't have to train him. That's the truth there. I would definitely get Robert a flip phone. All right, let me get some more cerulean out. And I'll start adding some darker in here and there. And this paper's all warped, so who knows where the paint's going to run. So it'll be very cool. Sky or he is biting himself. Okay, it's Sky. I'm going with what you guys say. I thought it was, he had just had a great big fat head. All right, so that's fixed. Now all I got to do is put the little branch color right in there. All right, I'm not sure about this green. I've got to decide. I think I'm going to stick with blue. Now I can go and clean up the edges whenever. grab that sea sponge and put some texture in here, I think. Because I bought these crazy sea sponges at Hobby Lobby, regular $5 for $1.24. Let's just open these bad boys up and use them. I already had some, but yeah, we'll just use these because they're so cute and little. Ah, thanks, Jen. It's to hold up all those feathers. Yeah, I agree, CB. His head shape is just a little funny. Well, I might have to add some more blue paint because I'm not picking up much. I got ripped off on my sea sponge. I didn't draw it, CB. I just traced it. Out here in some of these bigger areas, I really would like a little bit more texture. Yeah, that's just weird. Paper towel works a lot better is all I can say. You got them too, Alyssa? Yeah, they were a great deal. All right, let me pull out so you guys can kind of see the whole thing right now. I need to add some little bit of blue down here under her other tail feathers because I don't know where the edge is going to be. So I'll go below there. And this is the point. I'm not sure what to do about his eye. Should I leave it white or the photos aren't good enough that I can see. So what would you guys do with his eye? If it was me, I probably am going to color it in black. That was stupid to do that, but oh well. But now is when I'd start adding shading, either with paint or, you know, if you're a purist, you're going to do paint or colored pencil. I'm probably not going to do a whole hell of a lot of that, to be honest. Because it's not like it's a realistic painting anyway. Watch me erase the boo-boo. I'll let that dry and then blue over it, and it will probably won't be that noticeable. And you can get rid of that hard line with just an almost dry brush. My brown almost completely dried. Real stained glass wouldn't have this kind of detail. But I'm liking the way the branch looks. I really wish I could have done the Pantone cards with watercolor. That would have been way fun. Okay, now I'm just dinking around. Why can't I get some brown paint in there? All right, did I fix all my goof ups, and did you guys tell me what you would do? Eyes all black if you care. You think blacken that whole area in? Because the way it was drawn in the, I don't know what I did with my drawing now, you guys. I buried it in something, under something, but it, here's the book. How could I lose something so quick, you guys? I have no clue how I even, oh, well, I cut the page out. So I have to find it. Here it is. Just got turned upside down. There we go. Okay, see how there's just a line. So, you don't think you'd leave the white? Well, Terry, I didn't do this anywhere close to, it could be if it was painted on fired glass. That's true. All right, now I'm just wondering what I want to do. Now these eyes, they were drawn completely black, so I kind of think I want some definition to his eye rather than just a big old black thing there. That's what I'm thinking is to do. Maybe I'll do his eye. I could do just like a real light purple. I think I've contaminated that purple though. I think it's icky. I want it light so you can still see the black. So we're just going to do it a real light purple. Sometimes that graphite almost acts like a resist. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun here in a minute. What do you guys think of that? So it's just not a great big white blob up there. All right, let me hit it with a heat gun, make sure it's all really, really dry. Because I'll go with waterproof ink. So if I want to go back in with watercolor at any time, I can do that. But I want to show the black, and I've only got about 40 minutes. I might use the carbon black ink with a small calligraphy nib. Don't know what's going on out there. But I'm afraid my smallest calligraphy nib. Oh, you know what I could use? How big is the smallest? This one would be the easiest, in all honesty. I can't remember, however. I thought I put carbon ink in it. You think that width line would be too big? Eyes. Don't forget her eyes. Her eyes are black. So, and his eye is going to have black in it. That was just to eliminate the white. So, I'm just testing this ink real quick. But the parallel pen would be ideal if it's waterproof. I think it's waterproof ink in there, but I don't know. Yep, I think it'll be fine. I wet it while it was still real wet, or hadn't been there long, so it should be fine. All right, we're using the parallel pen. I wish they made one size smaller of that. All right, just to be completely safe, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun real quick. And some of the lines that I'm not sure about, well, I kind of want all the leading the same. My other option would be to use, but this is not a thick line. No, we're going to use the parallel pen. If I screw it up at this point, oh well. It is what it is. It still feels damp to me. All right, I'll do the eyes first. So y'all quit freaking out about the eyes. You know what? I need to get that artwork in case there's lines I can't see. So her eyes were completely black on the original art. She's got a bulgy eye over here. There, do you feel better about that now? Thanks, Miriam. And then this eye is like that. So I'll over exaggerate the black, I think. Because the graphite is a little bit hard to see. Yeah, you feel better now? All right. Let me move some of this stuff because it starts getting pretty crowded in here. All right. Time to be really, really steady. And if I have any areas that I need to go back, I'll probably go back in and fill with that Uniball pen. Now this I was wondering about. If the pen writing on the watercolor paper. I think it's going to be okay. It might be a little bumpy, maybe not as smooth as I might like, but yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Yep, now see there's a bump there that but I think any of it I can probably smooth out. So see why I wasn't worried about how the paint was laying down, because I knew when these lines got in there, somehow it would all work out. And because my lines are going to be thicker than what I originally drew, I'm just going to split the difference in the objects. Small areas, I'm just going to have to resort to this pen, and the leading won't be equal, but hopefully it won't create a problem. Now I got to be really careful not to set my hand in the wet black ink. And stained glass, I did make a stained glass lamp, so I kind of know how it looks when it's done. And stained glass is almost like neurographic art. Wherever you've got a joint, or maybe it's just people who don't know how to lead really good, which I was one of those. It's always a little thicker. It's Some of them are crisp and some are not, is, I guess, the best way to put it. But yeah, all my joints were a little thicker, so. Same size leading or foil isn't a rule. Okay, cool. I like that. Have you done it, CB? I made a lamp. I don't know what happened to the lamp. I wish I knew what happened to the lamp, but I don't. And it was like a kit lamp. So the glass came all pre-cut. Everything was prepared for you. But I love doing the soldering and all that. I love that. But I didn't have to cut the glass or anything like that. So that's probably cheater stained glass. This looks pretty cool, huh? Yes, for many years, your first love. Oh, CB. See, what? Every time I talk to you, it seems like we have more and more in common. Only I never did it. I just wanted to. I never had a place to do it, I think was part of my problem. But it was always something that I found so intriguing. I have stained glass of a bird hanging in I have a window that goes from floor to ceiling. It's 20 foot and it's all glass. And I have stained glass up there and I love it. Love it. I wish it was my own. Or if it wasn't my own, I wish it was somebody that I knew, but it's not. I just bought it. But that window would be a great showcase for somebody's stained glass. If you're going to do this, you need a steady hand. You don't want to do stupid stuff like that. The black really sets it off. That's why I wanted to do it on stream, Terry, because I knew when I added the lines, it would make such a huge difference. When it actually looked like stained glass, it would make a huge difference. So yeah, I'm glad I got it enough done that I could add the leading. But then when you look at the individual pieces, the glass can look very cool on its own or next to its neighbor, you know? I sure would like seafood for dinner. I'm not sure that's smart, though, because I've had such a bad, upset stomach. But why did seafood pop into my head? If I could just have some crab around here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to fix that right now. The blue one's going to be a little harder because, well, not really, maybe. The yellow, I can definitely see my graphite lines. Might be a little tougher on the blue, but maybe not. I have the original I can always go back and refer to. Without getting my hands in the wet ink. All right, I'm going to draw upside down on this bird for a minute so I don't get my hands in that wet ink over there. I'm liking it. Hey, Rachel. Okay. I will go ahead and post this probably later on today. And then tomorrow I'll definitely catch up on Inktober. One year I got behind on Inktober and it was hell. Getting caught up. That's why I was just didn't want to get behind this year. And considering everything I've dealt with since the beginning of the month, I think I've done amazing. I wouldn't have minded if they had more leaves in this picture. Still damp down there just a little bit, so. What'd I do? Found the one spot of wet ink and stuck my finger in it immediately. It didn't smear it, thank God, but leave it to me. If you guys don't think that I know exactly what I'm going to do, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And then move it around. Oh, I did smear it a little bit. That's all right. It's okay. Not horrible. Better than it could have been given my history, you know? This black ink is covering up a lot of sins over here. Actually, the picture actually ends right there. His tail feathers are cut off, and as are hers. I went ahead and included them. Dee Dee leaving. See you later. Thanks, Dee Dee. Go have a great afternoon. All I've got left is the daddy bird. Let me, because so I don't do that crap again. Let me hit it with a heat gun so I can rest my hand. Hopefully, get better lines. All right. Some of these might be a little hard to see, so I'm going to use the original to kind of make sure that I'm not totally messing up the whole works. You know what I mean? Okay, so this one comes down just under there. All right. Surprised this pen is working as well as it is. So those of you guys who got stained glass pages from Dee Dee should try this. It's fun with the watercolor, because you can create such nice techniques with the watercolor that you couldn't, well, I guess you could with the with just say colored pencil. Okay, see that where I got that little goof there? That's what gets me to hitting. Okay, and then there's two little feathers over here. So and actually his belly is just one great big piece. Right there, I'm having a tough time seeing my line. So I guess if you have a tough time seeing your line, just make it up. Doesn't matter. Hi, Jasper. Thank you, Jasper. That's his chest, poor bird. You are not nice to him. This is his chest. That's not his belly. That's his belly. Ray has some nice texture on his chest then. I'm so not nice to him. CB, you know me. Of all the people in chat who really, really probably know me the best, you know I'm not nice to anybody. So what's the problem? Huh, girl? Huh? I think I got all the lines. I will definitely do more of this. I like this. I like the way it looks. I forget sometimes old age, you know. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do more of this. I like it. I like that you can experiment with your watercolors and just do what you want. Where did I put the lid? There it is. Trying to put the wrong lid on. And I don't really have much cleanup, honestly. I mean, there's some things that I may clean up just because I'm a little bit anal. I don't necessarily like that red right there hanging out, so I'll clean that up. Up here, I've got a couple of cleanups I think I need to do. But yeah, overall, I'd say the branch behind her. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, CB. I'm glad you guys are watching out for me. I would screw this up for sure. And there's another line right here from the sky. And if I wanted now, you know, like these big pieces of sky in here, if I wanted to, I could probably just go ahead and break those up as well. But yeah, I'm looking in the monitor. I'm glad we picked this one. I really am. Let me get out of white. I just want to do an experiment. The wing behind her. Oh, it has some texture on it. Let me get out a white pencil here. White colored pencil. Damn, you guys are seriously paying attention. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Seeing that blue, it's really hard to see. But this is going to look better. Much better. Thank you. Sharon's paying attention. CB, Terry, Jasper. I think I got it all now, didn't I? But what I was thinking, and I could go back in here now with some watercolor to have it set on top. Let's just do a couple experiments. What the hell? We got about 5 minutes to goof. Sarah wanted that And probably any watercolor I get on top of the black now, I would have to go ahead and darken up again. There's wet ink there, so I can't forget that. But now if I want the glass in different places to look a little different, I can go in and add. I'm playing with fire here because I would let that ink dry a little bit longer before I go in and get it wet. It is, I know it's carbon black. I remember filling it, but yeah. But then over here, I was thinking on these leaves, they look a little flat. I can go in and alter it to some extent. Not the bridge part behind her. The bridge part behind her, right here. Is that the one you're talking about now? You guys are saving my dumbass over and over and over again today. And actually, this little piece here connects there. All right. Much better. Much, much better. Thank you, you guys. Now I want to touch up. In the camera, it looks okay, but in real life, this little white thing right here just looks like a mistake. It looks like I just goofed up. Other than that, I can't really see anything. The only thing I might do different now is in some of these areas, let's just try it. We don't want to wreck it at this point, but since it's kind of an experiment for what I might want to do in the future, I don't mind experimenting on this. I don't think I'm going to wreck anything, but if I do, oh well, I learned something. So you can re-wet this, and like in here where it's real thin, I don't have to worry about that paint moving too much. I do have to worry about the lines being completely dry. So now if I wanted to introduce another color, well, I'll go directly to the, oh, I put it away. What a dope I am. All right, I'll just add some little bit darker blue in there. Now it's not going to behave the same as it would if I had never wet the paper before. But now I can go back in and add. So all right, well, this is fun. I didn't get much blue in here, did I? Let's go ahead and add some. And I'll just tell you guys that I appreciate you hanging with me today. All right, if I don't stop here pretty quick, I probably am going to goof up the whole damn thing. Oops. I just touched my original artwork with a wet paintbrush. Such a dope. Yeah, so I might add some additional blue into the background a little bit, but I'm liking it a lot. The birdies look great and they don't make a mess in your house. Isn't that the truth, CB? And that's what I'm all about. Anything that doesn't make a mess in my house, I'm all for that. Fix this little goof up now too. Always be there, but it won't be quite so noticeable. And now I'm out of blue paint, so you know it's time to call it a day when you run out of paint. So Amy, if you've watched this whole thing, again, thank you. Thank you, thank you so much for my birthday gifts. Thanks for hanging with me, you guys. But for stained glass, it looks like different color. Exactly, Jasper. That's the beauty, that now that the lines are all in there, I can go in and add where I want to make it look more like stained glass. But yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging with me. I will definitely be a higher energy person next Monday. I promise. We're living in a really difficult world right now, so do your best to get a grasp, chill, be kind, and I love you guys. I'll be seeing you later.